These heroes. Enjoy. Live from Lake Mills, Iowa, it's Amazing Hero Squares. Let's meet our host, Ava Menke.
Thank you. Welcome, grandparents, to a very special edition of Amazing Hero Squares. We have been learning about some remarkable heroes this year. Let's meet them now.
He played 17 seasons for the New York Yankees before being diagnosed with ALS. Welcome, Luke Garrett.
She was famous for helping nearly 300 slaves escape to freedom. Welcome, Harriet Tubman.
He was best known for leading the civil rights movement through peaceful ways, not violence. Welcome, Martin Luther King Jr.
She was committed to helping the poorest of the poor. Welcome, Mother Teresa.
He led our country during the Civil War and helped to abolish slavery. Welcome, Abe Lincoln.
A childhood illness left her blind and deaf until a special teacher opened the world of language to her. Welcome, Helen Keller.
He served as a general during the Revolutionary War and later became our first president. Welcome, George Washington.
She was a Native American who tried to settle fights between the English settlers and her people. Welcome, Pocahontas.
And finally, he can reach the Far East by sailing west. Welcome, Christopher Columbus.
Wonderful. Now let's meet today's contestants.
Playing as Mr. X, he is currently a second grader who enjoys creating art and school's pepperoni pizza. Meet Skylar.
Facing off as Miss Circle, she is also a second grader who loves animals and subtraction time tests. Meet Michaela.
Best of luck, Skylar and Michaela. You will take turns picking a square. If you agree with your hero's answer to my question, you take the square. 3 in a row wins the game. Before the show, X on the coin toss. Skylar, pick a square. Christopher Columbus, please. True or false? The Underground Railroad was an actual train that slaves boarded to freedom.
I don't know a lot about trains, but in my time, great ships were the way to travel far distances. I have been doubted many times, but I'm going to answer true.
Agree or disagree? Disagree. The Underground Railroad was not actually a train, but a safe network to the north. Smart boy, you're right.
X takes the square.
Michaela, your turn. Choose a hero. Let's go to George Washington, please. President Washington. Please name Helen Keller's famous teacher.
Well, let's see. I remember this outstanding woman who taught how to fingerspell and eventually read Braille. I know Helen even graduated college with this one's help. Could be Elizabeth Sullivan.
Michaela, do you agree or disagree?
I hate to disagree with the father of our country, but sir, you are incorrect. Helen's teacher was Anne Sullivan.
Yes, boy, these Lake Mills second graders really show who's boss when it comes to hero history. Keep it up.
And O takes the square.
Skylar, back to you. Let's head upstairs to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. King, do you know Luke Garrett's nickname in Major League Baseball?
He was called the Iron Horse because he played game after game. Game after game.
Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Yes.
X takes the square.
Michaela, your move.
I would like to go to Helen Keller, please.
Here is your question. What did Abe use to keep important papers safe?
Well, it wouldn't make sense that he used a briefcase like any important money.
Michaela, do you agree or disagree?
I disagree. I remember learning that Abe Lincoln put important papers under his top hat.
Crazy but true.
And O takes the square.